Escape to the action at Seminole Casino Immokalee. It is Vegas style 24/7 because just like Vegas, Seminole Casino never closes. It is pure entertainment anytime you want, and it is truly where paradise wins. Have you ever wanted to travel back in time besides having your own time machine? We have the next best thing. Just travel over to the Southwest Florida Museum of History, and that is where you will find Matt Johnson, General Manager of the Fort Myers Department of Cultural and Historical Affairs, and Kathy Chestnut, Southwest Florida Museum of History Public Relations and Curator. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
So kind of talk about the Museum of History for people who aren't familiar with it.
Well, yeah, I get to travel back in time every day. The Museum of History has been there since 1982. We've got wonderful exhibits going back.
1982, wow.
1982, believe it or not, yeah. And we go back millions of years to prehistoric times all the way to present day with wonderful exhibits about Southwest Florida history.
Very cool. I like how you put that. You get to travel back in time every day. You have some, the Sons of the Suns, the Highwaymen, which is a new exhibit. Explain exactly what that is.
Sure. Well, Sons of the Sun, Highwaymen are a group of artists that started in the late 1950s. They're African-American artists that at the time really had no opportunity, no galleries that would show their work. And so they banded together and literally did their work where they could, which was the highways and the thoroughfares of the state of Florida. They did wonderful landscapes of Florida, the beautiful Florida landscape, citrus groves, literally pulled up their cars along the highways, opened up their trunks and started painting and sold their paintings right there on the highways. And so in 1995, that's where they got the name the Highwaymen because of the way that they set up their art.
What's the picture that we're seeing right here?
These are some examples of some of their work, and you can see it's Florida landscape. It's a wonderful history of Florida and the landscapes that we have. The palm trees and citrus groves were some of the very popular topics that they would use. But it was the fact that they didn't have the opportunities that many people had in the 1950s in the segregated era. They came from a segregated part of Fort Pierce, and so this was their opportunity to get out and sell their work, and slowly it became very popular, and now is has been recognized statewide, and so it's a wonderful opportunity for us to be able to display this great piece of Florida history.
And Kathy, why is this unique to the museum, this exhibit?
One thing is we're bringing in 3 of the original Highwaymen. There were 26 of them to begin with, and some of them have passed away. But they will be here Friday night at our opening, and they will mingle. People can mingle with them. It's a living part of history, and it was overlooked for a very long time until the 90s. And so it's an important part of American history, but Florida history. So people in Lee County will be able to meet them, mingle, and buy their artwork.
And what did you bring with you today? You have some of the books here.
There have been 4 definitive books written about them and several others. This one's about Harold Newton. He was one of the founders. One of those images we saw earlier are from him. I just wanted to point out that this man right here, Beanie Bacchus, he was called the Dean of Florida Landscape Painting, and he trained some of the original Highwaymen before they hit the road, and they developed their own style. So Beanie Bacchus took them in. He was a white man who didn't care about color or race, and he formally trained a few of them, and they passed their wisdom on to some of the others.
Kathy, why would you say it's important for people to know about the Highwaymen and know about these different exhibits that you guys put on all the time?
Well, every exhibit that we put on is critical. It reflects who we are today and where we've come from, and it's a neat living way that people can experience that.
And you guys are always offering something different. Again, you've been around for years, so you have so much. You could spend hours in there learning about different things. So this Friday is the reception. What can people expect at this reception that you guys have on Friday?
Well, we have, like Kathy said, we have 4 of the artists, including the only Highway woman, will be there, and they'll be displaying their art. They'll have art for sale, and they've graciously enough are going to donate proceeds to the Museum Foundation to help support our operations. So they'll get to meet the artist, talk with the artist, see the exhibit this week, and then the exhibit will be on display through January 3rd.
And not only that, they can also maybe leave with an original art piece, right?
Absolutely. We'd love to have them there.
And what time should people sign up? Attend. What time should people start showing up at the door?
It's from 5:30 to 7:30, and they can call the museum or contact the museum to get reservations to attend on Friday.
Okay, so it is free, but you certainly want to reserve your spot as well. So thank you both so much. Anything else coming up at the museum that we should know about while you're here?
Well, we've always got things going on at the museum. There are also 2 other events going along with the Highwaymen. On October 5th at the Alliance of the Arts, Al Black will be there giving a presentation. And then on November 7th, we have an author of one of these books, Gary Monroe, that will be there to talk about some of the history of the Highwaymen.
Like I said, you guys are always doing something. You're always so busy. Thank you for coming on and sharing about your event. We hope it turns out well this Friday.
Thank you for having us.
We will have more of this on our website as well. But now that you have traveled back to the past, catch up on some history with a good read. Up next, where you can borrow a book that won't cost you a dime. Stay with us.